Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where the board is starting to feel a lot better about our defensive situation. I don't think it's quite time to give up on doing military upgrades. And actually, we're negative on energy credits. When did that happen? I don't remember that being a case. Okay, that was just a restarted the game thing. No worries there. So that looks fine. We are a bit negative on exotic gases and rare crystals, and the board does want vertical integration. So that should be something that we work on.
Incoming transmission.
A migration treaty with these robots. They're peaceful traders. We accept that. Cool. So that'll be absolutely fine. And these guys have submitted to the Great Khan. Spineless cowards. So the Great Khan is, of course, was a threat. It looks like the Great Khan is actually straight up losing to the Pictlings over here. That is fascinating.
Research actualized.
And the Tuxcan entity. So it looks like the galaxy has kind of banded together against them to some degree. Cool. So Fleet Academy is now done. And we're going to go for improved production here. That is actually kind of a hybrid technology for us. That allows us to both appease the board's desire to refocus on our economy and my desire to say, look, if we sit back right now and we don't work on our military, we're going to fall back behind again. That's just the way it is. The board doesn't really get that. But I mean, that's why they're the board, right? What is this hostile force that's down here? Oh, the Horde is actually located in Havenstar. They must have come in through this gateway? How did they get there? Well, that's something that we can definitely point out to the board and say, look, this is something we can't deal with. Period. End of story. Now, these AI fleets, depending on the strength of Havenstar, might be able to deal with it. It's going to be kind of close. The Horde will definitely take losses here. But this is something we can point at and say, this proves that we need to continue working on our military. The board does not like this. They don't like it at all, but we do need to do that. We also need to work on our exotic gas and rare crystal production. We have a job available here on this factory world, and a building slot is something that we can't really... Hello, a crystal mine. And a gas extraction well. Okay, so we're going to build a city district here, and we're going to build both of those. That will help our economy pretty dramatically. This tech world here needs an upgrade. We'll build an advanced research complex that will make our exotic gas situation worse. How much do we actually get from a mine, or from a gas extraction well? That is 2. Okay, so that's going to bring us, like, even. Not necessarily ideal, but it'll have to do for now. Okay, so that's looking absolutely fine. We're at 3,000 alloys right now, and continuing to work our way through this. So we're going to go to Mithar and then to Tiamat, of course. So we're going to build our mining stations there once we're done with that. They built a gateway. Good for them.
Reprocessed
and we're currently working on our hyper relay passage out over here. So that will be absolutely fine. I want to, just build this research station. And automatic construction is still in there. Okay. I stopped that order and put in the order to just go to Tiamat. So that'll be fine. Cloud lightning conduits sounds good. Of course, we're eventually going to need to grab temporal decay. We'll be there eventually, or approximately there with a construction ship. Eventually. Okay, we've got quite a number of jobs that we need all of a sudden. This colony, we should definitely put in a gene clinic first, followed by a corporate culture site and a city district. I'm also going to clear off these tile blockers while we're here. There we go. So that's done. This agri world is basically capped for agriculture production. We're doing fine for food right now. So I'm going to put in a... not a synthetic crystal plant. I'm going to put in an exotic gas refinery here. Hello, console. That's not the escape key. Fantastic. Okay, so what else are we going to do here? We've got our mining world, which again is capped out for mining. I think that we just put in an alloy nanoplant, and that'll be fine. Excellent. So that's looking good. We're capped on our minor artifacts again, but we actually can find military and peaceful applications. We can also reverse engineer and arcane technology, and that's what we're going to do for now. Okay, 10% research speed, not bad at all. So that's on cooldown. Then we can find peaceful applications. Do we want an ancient fad for 5% happiness, or various upkeep things? Trust growth, huh? We'll take the happiness, I think. And we can't find military applications right now, so that'll have to do. We'll also sell to private collections. Cool. And that will, of course, help us keep that number down a lot better. Our naval cap just dropped off. Probably due to something that the Senate just passed, is my guess. So we do need to work on our naval cap here. We need our naval cap to reach about 300. 290. Okay. So that's fine. We've got this tech world here. Obviously, we continue to work on our advanced research complex. Beyond that, we're going to need a city district here for an additional building slot. Are these guys not actually fighting? Oh. The Solorum Multitude actually conceded to the Horde. So they're kind of right on our doorstep here. I didn't realize that. Okay. That's good to know. They're not currently taking hostile action towards us. If they did, would we be able to defeat them?
Ships upscaled.
It's a hard maybe right now. In spite of his vaunted military genius, Safeth Hadsald, the great Khan of the Khanvazam Horde, has met with defeat in the Pace system. When the armada he was commanding was lost in battle against forces belonging to the Pictling Alliance, the great Khan and his closest officers fled into hyperspace in a small shuttlecraft. Even now, Safeth Hadsald is busy assembling a new armada to resume his conquests, but this victory has brought some much-needed respite to those who oppose the relentless advance of the Khanvazam Horde. So the Great Khan is not infallible. Indeed, he is not.
Upscaling complete.
I think that we could defeat this force. But certainly with a little bit of extra time. Yeah, definitely with a little bit of extra time. Now, the cache build isn't doing anything, and we want to go into Nightbirth and build a hyper relay there. That's our goal there. So our rare crystals are currently even. Exotic gases are at -1. I want to go over to Gossamer Prime, of course, and get our exotic, not our exotic gas refinery, our crystal mine and our gas extraction well put up there. So that'll be okay.
Research actualized.
And there's improved production coming in. Resources from jobs is going to be great. That may hurt our food and our consumer goods. We'll see. We could grab gene crops to offset that with food, and consumer goods are going to be increased by that as well, so I don't think that's going to be a problem there. We could definitely offset it with food, or we could just see what our food is going to be like. But realistically, I think that that's the best thing there. So that's okay. We'll take that. Physics research from researchers is going to be finishing up very, very soon. So that's looking solid. This industrial world requires a job, and the obvious choice here, is that we put in an alloy foundry. Beautiful. This agro world requires a job. Is this really an agro world? I'm not sure it is, but I'm more interested right now in getting some naval cap, so I'm going to put a stronghold here. We could definitely continue to advance this in several categories. We'll keep an eye on that. Exotic gases are still negative, but they'll be going back positive quite soon. And our constructions are proceeding apace. So I like it. Once we're done in Nightbirth, we need to head down to Kornagi.
Actualized.
And these guys are going to start building out over this direction.
Future market survey complete.
Out of curiosity, what is the path that they would take? Okay, they'd go down to the south. Noted. So there's that physics research from researchers done. Colony development speed, that's kind of mediocre at this moment. I do not want to activate the L gate right now. So we're going to sit on that. Proton launchers are an interesting option. Indeed. They're good at armor and hull and bad at shields. Noted. The other option is we could grab, like, quantum hacking, primarily as a reroll. And I think that is what we're going to do here. I mostly don't like the texts that are there. There's nothing that immediately jumps out at me as just, this is amazing, we need this. Ship upkeep and naval capacity. This is amazing, we need this. We grab that, and that immediately puts us at our naval cap. So that makes things much more efficient for us. We still need to increase our naval cap beyond here. There's no doubt about that. But for now, this'll do. The hierarchy has ended their rivalry with us. That's interesting. They're back to being superior now. And these guys are equivalent. They've caught up to us a little bit. Okay. I mean, we've been stalling here at 222 for quite a long time now. Mostly because we're waiting for our naval cap to catch up and working on, like, back-end logistics stuff. And I think that's fair enough. This mining world, we can definitely upgrade our civilian complexes. This world is getting very close to maxed out. Very, very close there. So that's okay. And of course, we can't colonize this Gaia world. I'd love to be able to do that, but right now we can't. Code breaking +2, sure. And what do we see out of that? Shield capacitors, detection arrays, tachyon sensors? We'll go for the tachyon sensors for now. And gene crops are about to finish up as well. This is Great Khan Safeth Hadsald of the Khan Vizam Horde. My defeat at the hands of the Pictling Alliance was a minor setback, nothing more. The Pictlings are brave warriors and worthy opponents, but they, too, will fall before us. The tide of history is sweeping across the galaxy, and nothing can stop it. My new armada has been assembled. Swear fealty to me now, while you still have time. A second onslaught approaches. Cool. So,
Research actualized.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot. We did get up to 2237 now. Food from farmers is done. And we are, at this point, going to go for fortresses? Fortresses. Cool. We're also going to make sure that all of these guys are fully upgraded. They are. And we're going to start them moving down here as a precaution. We don't know if these guys are going to attack over here or not. But they could. So we're going to head over there. We're also going to hit this sweet, sweet reinforce all button, but actually I'm going to reinforce this fleet here. This fleet is now at full strength, and then we've just got this one to go. So we're going to get that going as well. We're getting some frigates in there, and that'll be fine. We're making our way over. We are going to be passing our naval cap again. That is known, but we need to get constructing here. Our fleets are not as strong as we'd like them to be able to prevent all of this. That said, the garrison fleet there I don't think is going to leave. All of these are just chilling here. So for the time being, that's fine. Actually, the borders are open here. We could just go in there and fight them in theory. But we don't have the strength to do that right now. That's for sure. We definitely do not have the strength to do that. If we're going to fight them, it will be at Polbank here, which isn't an amazing station, but it is a station that exists. We should actually replace this with a torpedo battery, and we should do that over here as well as over here. All of our defensive stations, we can get that going. We also have a building slot open for these, or for one of them. Yeah, just this one over here. And we should go for the communications jammer. Excellent. This agri world requires a job. And what do we want on this agri world? We're doing absolutely fine food-wise. I'm going to put in a city district for a building slot, and then we can later turn that into additional naval cap. That'll be the idea there. Cool. So our fleets are heading on down. They are reinforcing up. We're going to have about 80k of fleet strength here overall once we're done constructing. But that's still a ways out. We still require additional alloys. Oh, wow. Look at how cheap alloys are right now. 4.58? We're absolutely going to buy the maximum amount we can. And we're going to do it again. 8.86. Now they're expensive. But yeah, that was a really good deal on alloys. Okay, so we'll absolutely take that one. And we can immediately put that in here. This is saying no fleets are in need of reinforcements, but that's not true. They are going to be in need of reinforcements. But yeah, that's definitely going to be good progress. Our naval cap is going to be a problem. Guaranteed. But for now, we'll definitely get those constructions ongoing. So this should head back to Nightbirth and work on assisting research at Entropy's Promise. Cool. And are you idling? No. We definitely want to build a hyper relay in Vernier, but I don't want to spend the alloys if we can get away with it.
Research
I want those
actualized.
alloys earmarked for building here. And we need 1743? Okay, that's not so bad. Defense Army Health, sure. And from here we could go for the Living State for Faction Unity bonus? I guess? It's not amazing, but it'll be fine. So all of our
Upscaling
fleets
complete.
are showing up over here in Polbank. And Polbank
Upscaling complete.
is a little bit lower in terms of its overall quality right now because we dropped a gun battery for a torpedo battery, but that's fine. I just like to have the mixture there. It's slightly lower in terms of the game's consideration of how strong it is, right? But the Pictlings broke off their research alliance with us. That's sad. But it's fine. We've made up a huge deficit in terms of our tech. Looking at the Pictlings here, they are considered superior to us still, but we're definitely making progress. Now, this world is currently full. We're going to resettle over to... Honestly, I think we're going to resettle over to somewhere like Vinjim 1. There we go. This industrial world here, I want to build a city district because, again, I want to get at least one stronghold onto each world, ideally. That's a medium-term goal there. So that'll be fine. We'll get that underway shortly. We're at 70% construction here, and we are at 67% here. But very soon, we're going to be able to get our fleets fully reinforced. Very soon. We'll go ahead and click that button. We need 697. We have 410 right now. So there we go. We'll get that going. We're incredibly close to getting our fleets fully reinforced right now. This agro world requires a job. As usual, we're putting in a city district so that we can put in a stronghold. That's the idea. For most of
Upscaling
these,
complete.
we want to get that. In fact, we should maybe go through and check. There is a stronghold here, no stronghold here, and no city district. We could maybe replace our holo theaters. Our amenities might be a little bit awkward there. They definitely would be. That said, this planet is full. We could replace our Cyto Revitalization Center or our Posthumous Employment Center. Either of those. Probably the Posthumous Employment Center. We can replace that with a stronghold. So we'll do that for now. This world here, we're going to put in a city district. This one we're going to put in a stronghold because we need one here. This agro world we'll put in a stronghold. This world, we have a stronghold, so we don't need to take any action there right now. We're building a city district here. We put in a city district here for the building slot. City district here. City district here. This we can definitely put a stronghold onto. Cool. We can put a stronghold here. City district here. On Vinjim, we should put in a stronghold. Astrikian will put in a stronghold. And we'll build a city district as well. And a stronghold here. And a city district. And a stronghold. And a city district. Cool. So that'll do for now. That's getting a lot of that construction underway. That'll get us the naval cap that we need eventually. But that will take time, which is fully understood. We're going to head up into Wuwei here. There we go. And these guys are going to head into Edamar.
Incoming
We, of course,
inquiry.
need our alloys for right now. Yeah, this is actually valuable for us. We'll take that. Cool. And how much do we need here? Okay, so that's all of our ships built at this point. Now all of our alloys, which are super cheap again. Somebody's just been flooding the market. And we'll happily buy them. So we're now going to head into Edamar and build a hyper relay there. Then we're going to head into Wuwei and build a hyper relay there. Cool. Somebody's just absolutely flooding that market. I love it. We'll keep an eye on that.
Actualized.
We may end up selling some of our other resources to buy in additional alloys. There's Marauder missiles done. That's fine for now. And we could go for reactive armor, but I think battleship hull points is 40,000. How much would that be? 54 months? That's a while. That's a while indeed. We might want to grab superfluid materials instead. That's probably better for us. That's 36 months out, and that'll boost our engineering research from researchers, which I think is more valuable. So for the time being, that'll do. And we're just banking up our alloys now. But that's completely fine. So from here, we want to queue up in... Apparently, I can't actually tell this construction ship to build in Utah.
Research actualized.
That's weird. It's just trying to move there. Huh. I don't know what's going on with that one. We could grab some Edicts Fund and base intel level. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds amazing. And look at that. Look at that naval cap. Up to 357. And this mining world has an available job. I believe that that person will need to be demoted. Because a soldier is a worker strata job. And he'll demote in a long, long time. So, for now, that's okay. We could just resettle him, if we wanted to. To somewhere like Wua Prime? There we go. That'll do. So, Ethos Prime here, of course, needs a stronghold now. We'll get that going. Excellent. We'll let all of these start to finish up. As those city districts finish, they'll need additional work, which is completely fine. But we're not going to get a notification over here that they have unemployed pops, most likely. So we're just going to have to go through this and make sure. We've got 40 days on this city district, and we'll get that going as soon as we can. But we're way, way better off on our naval cap now, so that's excellent. And we do have tachyon sensors available. Let's grab the 0-point reactor at this point.
Potential spaceborne resource encountered.
Beautiful. 10 more days on this city district. And that's now done. So we're going to immediately put in a stronghold there. Beautiful. City district going in here. We have a stronghold, we have a stronghold, we have a stronghold. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to continue to increase our naval cap for right now. Strongholds are so good for that in this version of the game. It's insane. Like, strongholds are so powerful. So we're going to put in one on each planet for now, and we'll see how much else we need beyond that for the moment. So these all have strongholds. That's looking good. We're building one here. So Gossamer Prime needs one. Mascal Prime needs one. Ilix Prime needs none, actually. We have one here. And we have one here. We have one here. We can definitely build one here, although we are lacking a gene clinic and other things. Noted. I'm going to put in a stronghold and then, like, 2 additional city... Actually, 1 additional city district. We need to upgrade our planetary administration here. Vinjim is good. These have city districts going in right now. So that all looks fine. We don't have anything queued up here, but there's a stronghold there already, and there, and there. So we're actually good. Beautiful. We have 372 for our current naval cap. We can start thinking about getting another fleet here. And so we shall. We're going to copy this template into this new fleet. I wish there was a way to, like, randomly generate this name here. Wait, this is disabled here, but the fleet is not in need of reinforcements. How do we actually start the construction of this fleet? I don't actually know. That's slightly problematic, I suppose. I want to look through here real quick. We know that we have access to Marauder missiles at this point, so we can definitely do that. Flak artillery is relatively maxed out for the moment. We can go up to tachyon sensors. Beyond that, that's the best we can do for our corvettes. Our frigates, of course, are pretty much going to be hanging out here at this point. There's not a lot to be done here other than putting in tachyon sensors. Destroyers get Marauder missiles. And I think it's pretty obvious at this point that we're not going to immediately get attacked by the Horde. So we may want to go back and upgrade. Yeah, just tachyon sensors here. There's not a lot that we need to upgrade for most of these, so we'll do something along the lines of that, and I'm just going to have these guys head on back. 280, 280, 260, 280. Yeah, that's fine. Beautiful. So the Cache Compose is not doing anything, and it really probably should build a hyper relay in Vernier. And I want this guy... Yeah, we can't build one here, apparently. Oh, it's because of the ruined hyper relay here. We just need to repair that. Right. That'll do it. So this guy needs to head over to Lythorius instead. Cool. So we're heading back for retrofits, and that'll be fine. As far as how this works, 70 out of 50. Is that why this isn't working? So we need to bring this down to, like, that. Yeah, that's why that isn't working. Okay, I'm just going to disband that fleet. We're going to make ourselves a new one. And we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. So we are going to go into our shipyard. We're just going to produce a single corvette. I find it works better that way. Probably, well, the reason that doesn't work the way I want it to is because we can't put in an admiral before we make the fleet. That's the reason. And it doesn't get a randomized name, which I don't like that either. So that's fine, I suppose. So after we're done in Vernier, we are not going to continue to work up over here, I don't think. We're going to just head over to Astrikian after that. And then this we go down to Sezwitov. And we just head down this direction, right? We lost our CEO again. We will name a landmark in their honor, and we'll cut the ribbon there. We'll abstain from this election, sure. And we will continue to build down towards Howling Vortex. We're lacking the rare crystals for that right now, and we may actually just buy them. What's the price on them right now? Kind of high, to be honest, but it's okay. So we'll build a hyper relay here, and then this one we can wait on. This guy resigned to pursue more artistic endeavors. Okay. Non-aggression pact with the Absorbers. We agree. This aggro world, we can upgrade our planetary capital, and we certainly want to do that. And look at that. 432 naval cap now. I love it. That's a very good sign there. And we're just going to continue to work on this. Now, we've got this corvette here, and we need to get the planned swarm. We need a leader here, so... Does this say what their increase would be to the size of the fleet, to the fleet cap? It does not appear to say that. There are some external leaders available as well. Okay. Ship fire rate seems fine. So we'll hire this guy. Excellent. And that puts us up to 60. Yeah, definitely didn't say that, but I'm guessing it's just based on the skill level. 10 per skill level is my theory. So for right now, we're going to add in battleships, cruisers, destroyers, frigates, and we're going to make this be 2 battleships, 4 cruisers, 8 destroyers, and then it's just going to be 5 and 5. Or actually 5 and 7. We'll go 6 and 6. We're going to want more than this, obviously. But for now, that'll do. That's going to cost us 10,000 to get that reinforced. For now, we're not that interested in getting it reinforced. I just want it present. Our Edict's Fund is done. Okay, and we are going to grab... what next? Hyper Entertainment Forums, I guess. More as a reroll than anything, though. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to think about maybe, probably not, making a move on the Convizom Horde. They have a lot in this system right now. We'll continue to be slightly spooked by them. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Anna the Elephant, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.